Idris Elba OBE is an English actor, writer, producer, musician, DJ, rapper, and singer. He is known for roles including Stringer Bell in the HBO series The Wire, DCI John Luther in the BBC One series Luther, and Nelson Mandela in the biographical film Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom. He has been nominated 4 times for a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, miniseries or television film, winning 1, and was nominated 5 times for a Primetime Emmy Award.
Elba appeared in Ridley Scott's American Gangster and Prometheus. Elba portrayed Heimdall in Thor and its sequels Thor, The Dark World and Thor, Ragnarok, as well as Avengers, Age of Ultron and Avengers, Infinity War. He also starred in Pacific Rim, Beasts of No Nation, for which he received BAFTA and Golden Globe nominations for Best Supporting Actor, and Molly's Game. In 2016, he voiced Chief Bogo in Zootopia, Shere Khan in the live-action/CGI adaptation of The Jungle Book, Fluke in Finding Dory, and played the role of Krall in Star Trek Beyond. He made his directorial debut in 2018 with an adaptation of the 1992 novel Yardie by Victor Headley.
In addition to his acting work, Elba performs as a DJ under the moniker DJ Big Dries and as an R&B musician. In 2016, he was named in the Time 100 list of the most influential people in the world. As of May 2019, his films have grossed over $9.8 billion at the global box office, including over $3.6 billion in North America, where he is one of the top 20 highest-grossing actors.
Elba was born on September 6, 1972 at Forest Gate Hospital in Hackney, London, the son of Winston, a Sierra Leonean man who worked at the Ford Dagenham plant, and Eve, a Ghanaian woman. Elba's parents were married in Sierra Leone and later moved to London. Elba was raised up in Hackney and East Ham, and shortened his first name to Idris at school in Canning Town, where he first became involved in acting. He credits the stage with giving him his first big break, having seen an advertisement for a play in it. He auditioned and met his first agent while performing in the role. In 1986, he began helping an uncle with his wedding DJ business. Within a year, he had started his own DJ company with some of his friends. Elba left school in 1988, and won a place in the National Youth Music Theatre thanks to a £1.500 Prince's Trust grant. To support himself between roles in his early career, he worked in odd jobs including tire fitting, cold calling, and night shifts at Ford Dagenham. He was working in nightclubs under the DJ nickname Big Dries during his adolescence, but began auditioning for television roles in his early 20s.
Elba's first acting role was in Crime Watch Murder Reconstructions, and in 1994 he appeared in a BBC children's drama called The Boot Street Band. In 1995, he landed his first significant role on a series called Bramwell, a medical drama set in 1890s England. He played a central character in an episode of Season 1, an African petty thief named Charlie Carter, who lost his wife to childbirth and had to figure out how to support his newborn daughter. His first named role arrived earlier in 1995, when he was cast as a gigolo on the sex episode of Absolutely Fabulous. Many supporting roles on British television followed, including series such as The Bill and the Ruth Rendell Mysteries. He joined the cast of the soap opera Family Affairs and went on to appear on the television serial Ultraviolet and later on Dangerfield. He decided to move to New York City soon after. He returned to England occasionally for a television role, such as a part in one of the Inspector Lynley mysteries. In 2001, Elba played Achilles in a stage production of Troilus and Cressida in New York City.
After a supporting turn on a 2001 episode of Law & Order, Elba landed a starring role on the 2002 HBO drama series The Wire. From 2002 to 2004, Elba portrayed Russell Stringer Bell in the series, perhaps his best-known role in the United States. In 2005, he portrayed Captain Augustine Muganza in Sometimes in April, an HBO film about the Rwandan genocide. Elba appeared on the 2007 BET special Black Men, The Truth. He appeared as Charlie Gotso on The No. One Ladies Detective Agency, filmed in Botswana. The series premiered on March 23, 2008, Easter Sunday, on BBC One, receiving a high 6.3 million viewers and 27% of the audience share.
In January 2009, it was reported by Variety that Elba would portray Charles Miner, a new rival to Dunder Mifflin regional manager Michael Scott for NBC's The Office. Elba appeared in a 6-episode story arc later in the 2009 season as well as the season finale. In September 2009, he signed a deal to star as the lead role on the 6-part BBC television series Luther, which aired in May 2010. He appeared on Showtime's The Big C in 2010. At the 69th Golden Globe Awards telecast on January 15, 2012, Elba won the award for Best Actor in a Series, Miniseries, or Motion Picture made for television for his role on the BBC crime thriller series Luther.
In April 2018, it was announced that Elba was cast as Charlie in the Netflix comedy series, Turn Up Charlie. He also created and starred in the semi-autobiographical comedy In the Long Run.
In 2007, Elba signed on as the lead role of the film Daddy's Little Girls, playing Monty, a blue-collar mechanic who falls in love with an attorney helping him gain custody of his kids, and finds the relationship and his custody hopes threatened by the return of his former wife. He appeared in 28 Weeks Later and This Christmas, which brought in nearly $50 million at the box office in 2007. In 2008, he starred in the horror film Prom Night and the Guy Ritchie London gangster film Rock'n'Rolla. In 2009, he starred in the horror film The Unborn and Obsessed, a thriller that had him cast opposite Beyoncé. The latter was a box office success, taking $29 million in its opening weekend.
Elba's next film was Legacy, in which he portrayed a Black Ops soldier who returns to Brooklyn after a failed mission in Eastern Europe, where he has undertaken a journey looking for retribution. He starred in Dark Castle's adaptation of DC/Vertigo's The Losers, under the direction of Sylvain White, in the role of Roque, the second-in-command of a Black Ops team out for revenge against a government that did them wrong. Filming took place in Puerto Rico and the movie was released in April 2010. Elba appeared in the thriller Takers. He played Heimdall in Kenneth Branagh's film 4.
In August 2010, Elba signed up to portray the title character in a reboot of James Patterson's Alex Cross film franchise. However, in February 2011, he was replaced by Tyler Perry. In Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, the sequel to Ghost Rider, Elba played an alcoholic warrior monk tasked with finding the title character. In February 2012, Elba confirmed that he would portray Nelson Mandela in the film Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom, which is based on his autobiography. As part of his preparation for the role, Elba spent a night locked in a cell alone on Robben Island, where Mandela had been imprisoned. His performance earned him a nomination for the Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, Motion Picture Drama.
In June 2012, Elba portrayed Captain Yannick in Ridley Scott's Prometheus. He joined the cast of the film Pacific Rim in the role of Stacker Pentecost. He reprised his role as Heimdall in Thor: The Dark World in 2013. In January 2014, he confirmed that he would be starring in a film adaptation of Luther. In 2014, he starred in No Good Deed as a vengeful psychopathic serial killer.
In 2015, Elba appeared as Heimdall in the superhero blockbuster Avengers: Age of Ultron, directed by Joss Whedon. Elba also starred alongside Abraham Adda in the film Beasts of No Nation, which premiered in select theaters and on Netflix. He earned a Golden Globe Award nomination for Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role in Any Motion Picture, as well as a BAFTA Award nomination for Supporting Actor in the Film category. In 2016, he had several voice roles: the Cape Buffalo Chief of Police, Chief Pogo, in Disney's Zootopia, alongside Jennifer Goodwin and Jason Bateman, villainous Tiger Shere Khan in The Jungle Book, a live-action adaptation of the animated 1967 film of the same name, directed by Jon Favreau, and Sea Lion Fluke in Pixar's Finding Dory, alongside Ellen DeGeneres and Albert Brooks, both reprising their roles from Finding Nemo. Also that year, he played the main antagonist, Krall, in the sequel Star Trek Beyond. In 2017, he played Roland Gachane in the Stephen King film adaptation The Dark Tower, and starred in Aaron Sorkin's directorial debut Molly's Game, alongside Jessica Chastain. In 2019, Elba starred as the villain in Hobbs & Shaw, a spin-off of the Fast and the Furious franchise, and played McCavity in Tom Hooper's film adaptation of Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical, Cats.
Elba has appeared in music videos for Fat Joe, Angie Stone, and rapper Giggs. In 2006, he recorded the 4-song EP Big Man for Hevler Records. He co-produced and performed on the intro to Jay-Z's album American Gangster. He DJ'd at the 2007 NBA All-Star parties at the Venetian and Ice House Lounge in Las Vegas.
In July 2009, Elba was the DJ for BET's current series Rising Icons. Elba announced the release of his first single Please Be True. In the August 2009 issue of Essence magazine, he announced the name of his 6-song EP as Kings Among Kings. He released his EP High Class Problems Volume 1 in the United Kingdom in February 2010, for which he has won many prizes including a Billboard Music Awards nomination.
In 2011, he performed on the intro to Pharoah Monch's album WAR. The following year, he co-directed and performed in the Mumford & Sons music video for Lover of the Light.
In 2014, he produced K. Michelle's The Rebellious Soul musical, which debuted on VH1 on August 19, 2014. In May, Elba featured on Mr. Hudson's single Step Into the Shadows. Mr. Hudson also produced his album Idris Elba Presents Me Mandela, which was released in November 2014. He also featured on the remix of Ghanaian music group Gip's single Selfie together with Nigerian rapper Fino, released on September 12, 2014, and video released on YouTube on April 11, 2015.
Elba performed a rap for the second album by Noel Fielding and Sergio Pizzorno's band, The Loose Tapestries. Elba also rapped in a remix of Skepta's Shutdown, which was uploaded on June 1, 2015 to SoundCloud. On August 17, a song was released on which Elba appeared on Nigerian singer D'Banj's single Confidential, featuring Sierra Leonean rapper Shadow Boxer, with the video uploaded to YouTube on August 20. In November 2015, Elba opened for Madonna during her Rebel Heart tour in Berlin, Germany. Elba is also featured on the Macklemore and Ryan Lewis album This Unruly Mess I've Made.
In July 2018, he launched his record label, Seven Wallace Music. Elba performed at Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival in April 2019. In 2019, he featured on the track Boasty by British grime artist Wally. Elba also appears in the Boasty music video, delivering his verse in a mansion that includes a film set. In 2019, Elba appears in Taylor Swift's song London Boy from her 7th studio album Lover. The intro of the song samples a snippet from an interview by Elba.
In October 2014, Elba presented the series Journey Africa with Idris Elba on BBC Radio 2, exploring all types of African music. Elba has also featured in various television commercials for Skybox sets in 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, and 2019. Elba has collaborated with the UK Parliament in their efforts to eradicate Ebola from West Africa, working alongside the UK Secretary of State for International Development Justine Greening in 2014. Elba has created a collaboration with British fashion label Superdry, which launched at the end of November 2015.
In January 2016, Elba addressed the UK Parliament in regards to the concern of the lack of diversity on screen. Stating, "Change is coming, but it's taking its sweet time," he spoke about the lack of diversity regarding race, gender, and sexuality.
Elba hosted the Best FIFA Football Awards 2017 at the London Palladium on October 23, 2017. During the show, he took a selfie of the best team in the world, which included Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Neymar.
He had the idea to develop the music from his album Idris Elba Presents Me Mandela into a show, which ultimately resulted in a play called Tree, which premiered at the Manchester International Festival in 2019. However, authorship of the piece was disputed. On July 2, 2019, The Guardian published a story describing how writers Tori Allen Martin and Sarah Henley claimed to have been removed from the production under what they described as questionable circumstances. The two writers had worked on the project for 4 years following an approach from Elba asking them to develop his idea for a musical based on the album, on which Allen Martin had also collaborated. Kwame Kwei-Armah joined the project in May 2018 and rewrote part of their material. At the time of its premiere, Tree was billed as created by Idris Elba and Kwame Kwei-Armah. Alan Martin and Henley described their creative input as having included research and scriptwriting, as well as coming up with the play's title, and that after being removed they were threatened with legal action if they went public with the story. Elba and Kwei-Armah both published rebuttals of the writer's account of what happened on Twitter.
Discovery Channel produced a documentary, Idris Elba, Fighter, chronicling Elba's 12-month kickboxing and mixed martial arts training under Muay Thai coach Kieran Kettle, culminating in Elba's first professional kickboxing fight and win against Lionel Graves, a younger, more experienced Dutch opponent, at London's York Hall.
Elba has been married 3 times, first to Hannah Kim Norgard and then to Sonia Nicole Hamlin. He has 2 children, a daughter with Kim named Dyson, who resides with Norgard in Atlanta, Georgia, and a son named Winston with ex-girlfriend Nyana Garth. Elba became engaged to Sabrina Dower on February 10, 2018, during a screening of his film Yardie at an East London cinema. The pair have been dating since early 2017. They married on April 26, 2019, in Marrakesh.
Elba states that he is spiritual but not religious. Elba is an avid supporter of Arsenal FC. In 2015, as part of his Discovery Channel miniseries Idris Elba, No Limits, Elba broke the course record land speed flying mile for the Pendine Sands.
The Prince's Trust, the UK youth charity founded by Prince Charles in 1976, which Elba credits with helping to start his career, appointed him as their anti-crime ambassador in April 2009. Elba voiced support for a vote to remain in the European Union for the 2016 United Kingdom European Union membership referendum.
In May 2007, Elba was selected as one of People's annual 100 Most Beautiful People in the World. In 2013, he was named Essence's annual Sexiest Man of the Year and was ranked No. 2 in People's annual Sexiest Man Alive. In October 2014, Elba was presented with a Mobile Inspiration Award.
In 2015, he was named one of GQ magazine's 50 best-dressed British men. Elba was appointed an Officer of the Order of the British Empire in the 2016 New Year Honours for services to drama. In 2017, Elba won the male title for the Rear of the Year award in Britain.
In September 2018, he was one of 50 people named for making London awesome and helping to shape London's cultural landscape who were featured in Time Out to mark the magazine's 50th anniversary. On November 5, 2018, it was announced he had been named People's Sexiest Man Alive via The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.